Craptasticjack here, and if you did not know that, you're bad. But let's get on with today's topic. Now, Need for Speed Rivals. What the hell happened? I mean, Most Wanted 2012 wasn't as glitchy or broken as Rivals is. I mean, many people hate Most Wanted 2012 because of the criterion drifting, but I'm fine with it. On the topic of criterion drifting, I honestly don't care if it stays or goes, because I'm fine with it, but I can see why people hate it, and I honestly don't care if it stays or goes. But off topic, continue with Need for Speed Rivals. I Most Wanted 2012, I had so much damn fun with it, to the point where it was the only game I played on my PlayStation 3 for like 5 months. And it's a really fun game if you look aside to what it really should be. But it's nothing to do with Most Wanted 2012, and it should have been named something different. It should have been Burnout there. Burnout with real cars, that's what it should have been. Anyway, I digress. But Rivals, I didn't even finish both campaigns. Now, this might be because Grand Theft Auto 5 was released and I'm having so much damn fun with it, or maybe it's because Rockstar doesn't release their products in messes that have to be cleaned up after the game launches. I mean, it's like when Russia started the Olympics and the next to nothing was ready for it. You want that? You want to know who the culprit is? It's not Ghost Game Studios. They only had a year to form. They created a game in the time EA allowed them in time for the PlayStation 4 launch. And trust me, if they were in control of when the game releases, because some publishers are, the game probably still wouldn't be out. They'd probably still be working with it, because EA tells them when to release their games. Some publishers are allowed to like tell the developer when to release the games, but I digress. They had really limited time. They had way less than a year. They had Need for Speed Rivals indeed did have a shorter development period than previous Need for Speed games. I mean, they have to push out a Need for Speed game every year. I mean, Jesus, great games take more than a year to develop. Grand Theft Auto Vice City was an exception, and San Andreas came a year and a half after. I don't know. They both had, those two games were exceptions because they're like awesome and they came out in like a year. In this day and age, you have to take time to make your games. Imagine if Rockstar made Grand Theft Auto 5 a year after Grand Theft Auto 4. The game would probably be shit, and it would probably have a lot of glitches, or it would probably still take place in Liberty City with no innovation whatsoever, just a new storyline. EA has to rush out games like Madden, Need for Speed, and FIFA every year so they can get that money. That is disgusting. And they charge $60 for it? I pre-ordered Rivals thinking it was going to be as good as Most Wanted 2012, or even better, but no. It had a few bugs at launch, which is okay. I mean, most games do. Like, even Grand Theft Auto 5 had a bunch of silly glitches and bugs that were eventually ironed out. It's okay to have a few bugs like that. But if those bugs aren't even ironed out before the next game in the series is announced, then that is a sign of a lazy publisher. Or in this case, a greedy someone. I accidentally wrote lazy developer, but we all know it's EA. Who only cares about laughing at your money all the way to the bank. Need for Speed needs to take a few years off and come back and knock everyone's teeth out with a stellar game. But no, EA isn't going to listen to that. I am sure Ghost Games and all the people, all the developers at EA want to create a quality product, a stable quality product. But no, EA doesn't let them. EA is like, no, you have to release it now, or else it's not, or else you just basically listen by our rules, or you're fired. Basically, that's what EA is. I personally can't wait for the crew, and I'm worried about Need for Speed, the series I've been playing since I was 3 years old. For over 10 years. It's in jeopardy, and I don't want that. This series has had a special place in my heart, and I don't want that heart to stop. EA, for once, listen to your fans who built you up, the fans who purchase your merchandise. Without them, you wouldn't be where you are. Best case scenario, either they make a stellar Need for Speed game, take a few years off, make a stellar Need for Speed game, or they sell the license to a publisher who respects their customers and actually gives their developers time to make a game. I want what's best for Need for Speed. I want what's best for the series I love so dearly, in the series I've been playing since Need for Speed 2, which is the second game in the series, came out in 1996 or 5, one of those years, and special edition, I don't know. But also, it's not even Craig Sullivan's fault. I mean, most likely, from what I've heard, Most Wanted 2012 was supposed to be another Burnout game, but EA told them that was most likely not going to sell, and they had to change it to a Need for Speed series in order to keep the yearly cycle. What? Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, although that game, in my opinion, is awesome, and I love that game, it's not really a Need for Speed game. It's more like Burnout. Burnout with real cars, basically what it is. Like, in the past years, back when it was the days of Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 and Burnout Revenge, those games were significantly different. But Need for Speed is now basically Burnout with real cars, and uh, that's but and as much as people like to point the finger at what's his name, Craig Sullivan, it's actually not him. He was probably making the Burnout games, and now, yeah, he had his touch in Rivals and stuff like that. Yeah, because do you honestly think he wanted to be there? Even though he said that in an interview, he probably mostly wanted to create a Burnout game, but he can't because EA's like not gonna let them basically. So just just change your image, change your entire process because it's not working. It's not gonna work. EA, I'm guessing you have a lifespan of 5 more years. No, 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 make that 10 because you still have Madden, basically all the freaking licenses. 10 years before people start catching on. Before the common Madden, Madden fag player, casual player, catches on to your bull. Like, people like me who are hardcore gamers, yeah, they already caught on, but it's the casual people who are giving you your most money. And basically, when they catch on, it's gonna be game over for you. Why do so many people love Rockstar? They treat their customers with respect. They listen to their fans, and they don't release garbage. Okay, they release some questionable products, but the point is, there are companies out there, even Ubisoft. Ubisoft listens to their customers, provides quality gameplay. I mean, The Crew! They were supposed to release maybe like a year ago, but no, they keep delaying it because they want to polish the game. They want to make sure it is quality product. Same with Watch Dogs. They want to make sure it's quality products. And then here's EA doing nothing. Just basically releasing crap year after year. I was okay with Need for Speed Rivals' downplays at first, alright? But it's gotten to the point where the game irritates me. To the point where I don't want to play it anymore. I just play it to get gameplay and that's it. I mean, if I play a Need for Speed game, I basically play either Hot Pursuit 2, Most Wanted 2005, or both Most Wanteds, Carbon. I'm playing all the Need for Speed, basically any Need for Speed game, but I'm not playing Rivals. So, who do you think is to blame? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and Jesus Christ, EA, facepalm. I'll see you guys in the next video.